What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. We have some pretty interesting news that has surfaced over the past 20 or so hours regarding Intellivision, their IPs, Phil Adam, and his blatant lie with this Intellivision Amico email that we're going to talk about today and set the record straight. Intellivision Amico is in fire sale mode. Phil Adams' email is a huge lie. Shout out to a bunch of people on Reddit and No Swear Gamer and Retro Bro and anyone else that I'm forgetting to mention here, bringing this information to my attention. But yeah, it seems as though Phil Adam and his email talking about business partners and leveraging IP to bring them to market and ensuring that they are unable to reach and acquiring new IP and all this stuff. This is all a complete lie. Phil, in his previous email and this email as well, mentioned how they would be licensing out the IPs and letting companies use them and make money off of the residuals from them and hopefully get enough money together to start producing consoles. That's not what happened. What happened is we now have a press release from BBG Entertainment. BBG unveils legendary classics for modern consoles in reimagined Summer Games lineup. Old school, new rules. Retro-inspired games for modern players with Dynablaster, Astrosmash, and Shark. Coming to PC, Xbox, and Switch this summer. And this is in Munich, Germany. That's where BBG Entertainment is out of. The developer behind the nostalgic classic video games like Boulder Dash is excited to announce the launch of 3 revived legendary games for PCs and modern consoles as part of its reimagined Summer Games lineup, providing cross-platform gaming fun for the whole family. That sounds familiar. Whole family. On PC, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox consoles. The lineup includes reimagined, remastered versions of the multiplayer evergreen Dynablaster, as well as the recently acquired Intellivision 16-bit classics Shark and Astrosmash. Now, when they go into talking about acquired, I had some questions regarding that. I'm like, okay, so they've acquired it. Does that mean that they got the license? They've acquired the license to... Nope. Retro Bro on Twitter. They said that they... intellectual properties with all rights pertaining thereto from Intellivision Entertainment LLC. Under this new ownership arrangement, Intellivision Entertainment will retain any pre-existing activations of the original versions of Astrosmash and Shark, as well as any versions for future platforms from Intellivision. So basically, if they don't make a console, they don't own this game anymore. If they do make a console, they do own this game moving forward. But BBG Entertainment did in fact purchase the IPs straight out from Intellivision. They aren't licensed to them to make them on another platform for royalties and residual. No, they straight up sold it to them for an undisclosed amount of money, and they now do not own Shark and Astrosmash anymore unless it's on an Intellivision system, which we all know doesn't exist. We're thrilled to offer unique multiplayer cross-platform blah blah blah. This is all the same stuff they already said. Kicking off with Dynablaster, beginning of July, bringing a reimagined version of BBG's 2015 inspired bomber game pack to our screen. Each of BBG's reimagined Summer Games lineup titles will be available for Steam, Windows Mac, Nintendo Switch, Microsoft Xbox, Windows Store, and Mac App Store. More information for each title release will be revealed in the coming weeks. Download the press kit here, and here's the information for who BBG is, and then the legal stuff. This is actually the interesting stuff here. Legal. Dynablaster, that always, as far as I know, always has been a BBG property. Astrosmash and Shark Shark are either trademarks or registered trademarks of BBG Entertainment, not Intellivision. They are now BBG Entertainment. Boulder Dash, always been a BBG game as far as I know. Intellivision is a registered trademark of Intellivision. They have to say that because they mentioned Intellivision. And yeah, Einstein's one of their licensed merchandise games or whatever. I'm not familiar with that one. But referencing the Intellivision stuff here, it looks to be that it has been sold to BBG Entertainment in Germany to not license these games, but to own them and release them on any console or platform they wish and make money from, 100% of the money from, that Intellivision will see none of the money from moving forward. So that's not a licensing deal, Phil. That's selling an IP. That's not great. Now, maybe on the off chance that these guys paid a ridiculously stupid amount of money for what amounts to be pretty meaningless game property IPs in the grand scheme of things. Okay. Highly doubt that's what took place here. I don't see too much value between Shark Shark and Astrosmash. So I couldn't imagine it being really worth Phil's while to sell those properties outright and retain the rights if they have an Intellivision console to make the money off of them there, but only there. That the only reason I could see it making sense to Phil to do that would be because he knows Intellivision's going under. They're trying to make as much money as possible to extort the money out of the company right now before filing for bankruptcy and entering it and not having anything left to show any investors or give any money back to anybody. That's what it certainly looks like right now. But let's see here. What else? So we go to BBG Entertainment on YouTube, and we have their videos for Shark Shark and Astrosmash. And then we go to BBG's homepage on their website. And yesterday I made a video about how they removed the Shark Shark and Astrosmash from the Our Games list. They are now back up there. And they say was originally designed for the Intellivision. The Intellivision what? Inspired by the legendary Shark Shark game, released in its what? Okay, so I guess you have to click on these to get the full information. It could be nice if they have the ... But inspired by a legendary Shark Shark game, released its original version in 1982. Does it say anything about the Intellivision Amico here? I don't see anything. But all the copyrights are owned here. It doesn't say anything about Intellivision there. And down here it says Intellivision. It's got it. Hold on a second. Let's see. Control. Okay. Okay, so no, it's only referencing the 1982 Intellivision. It's not talking about anything from the Intellivision Amico Shark Shark. It's fascinating how it's just completely... It's almost like it never existed. Let's see if they say anything. This says originally designed for the Intellivision console in 1981. I was wondering if they'd say Amico, because that's what this game was originally designed for. They're talking about the original Astrosmash. So they should say the original Astrosmash was originally designed for 1981 console, because this is the new Astrosmash that they're not deciphering a difference. Superb sounds composed and designed by famous game music composer. What's he famous for? I would argue it's infamous. Tommy Tallarico, the snake oil salesman that's lived a lie for most of his life, and it's been completely exposed with the Intellivision Amico fraud that it's become. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see. Nothing. Let's see if they say Amico here. Nope. No Amico listed on this. Not saying anything about what it was originally designed for. It's almost, again, like it didn't ever exist. So I wrote an article on smashjt.com talking about the fire sale mode that Phil Adam and Intellivision is in right now, and discussing the two IPs that were not licensed to BBG Entertainment, but sold outright. And it's almost impressive how zero information about the Amico is mentioned anywhere on BBG Entertainment's website. And this is something that it goes back to the email from Phil where they said license. Let me see. License. Okay, right here. Licensing our IP to development partners who have product pet. That's not licensing, Phil. That's selling. This will include licensing. No, Phil. That's selling. You sold your IP. You no longer own the IP. You lied about these two games. And it's still a lie, by the way, if it's an oversight, if it's lying by omission. If you knew you were selling these, but you don't mention that two of your biggest properties are being sold in your gigantic monolith of an email, you don't say anything about potential sales of huge IPs to interested parties, investors, and gamers alike, you're lying by omission. Now, it could be true that you're licensing the Moon Patrol. It could be true that you're licensing... I don't even know what other games you guys even have IPs for. I tried looking, and it's a mess trying to figure out what you guys even own. Maybe Moon Patrol will be licensed out. Maybe Moon Patrol will just be the only game in Amico Home or Intellivision Home or whatever you end up calling that mobile Amico Home. There it is. That mobile service, which, funnily enough, Moon Patrol was already on mobile in the Amico phone app for the first level. So we've come full circle with no console. So yeah, Phil Adam, I'm calling you out. This is a blatant lie that you have spun. Not so different from what happened with Interplay back in 2016 when Interplay sold off Descent, Kingpin, and that's a familiar one right there, Phil. Earthworm Jim. And wait a second, Phil. Didn't you work at Interplay as well before they went through bankruptcy, Chapter 11, and sold off all their IPs back then? I don't know. I find it peculiar. We got this Phil Adam guy that has an interesting resume between Interplay, Coleco Chameleon, and now Intellivision Amico. I mean, that's the Triforce of error. That's you got the triple crown. You know, that's it. The hat trick of horrendous situations that you've been at the helm of. You start to wonder which one's the cart and which one's the horse. Is the tail wagging the dog? Who is Phil Adam? I'm going to leave it there, but I guess my conclusion to this situation is don't trust Phil Adam. Don't believe a damn thing he says. Don't believe anything Intellivision says. And next time they send another update email in a year from now or whatever, when you read it, just make it the opposite of what they say, like the complete opposite of what they say, and you'll actually be closer to what the real truth is. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash,